All right, everybody, and welcome to the Swiss Army Nerd Podcast. This is your host, John Stickrod. My producer, Tom McCula, is here.
What's up?
Right now, my co-host he's a little late. We got some snow coming in where we're at, so running a little bit late, even though that's not the reason why he's late, but it doesn't matter. I'm here. I wanted to give you guys a little taste of something, because we might not go as long today because of the snowstorm, so... Yep. Wanted to hit you with it, so we're going to try to entertain you until my co-host gets here. So, even though we're probably going to talk about it on the Sticky and Steve Sports Special, have you been reading about the NCAA shit?
I have not. I've been out of the loop on NCAA this season.
Well, the NBA players are coming out and saying how corrupt it is and how ass backwards it is and stuff, which is really fascinating because those are the guys that pretty much dictate where college players want to be. Like, everyone wants to be LeBron, Carmelo, Harden, all of those guys. Well, all of them are talking out against the NCAA now. And so ESPN all week has been covering how, like, can it exist? Like, can college ball exist without NCAA? So they're thinking, like, they're not thinking about it, but they're pretty actively trying to kill the NCAA. Because they think it's corrupt. Like, LeBron was quoted saying it's corrupt and it's wrong and it doesn't work and it takes advantage because it's like $1 billion industry. It's just like with college football, it's the same thing. So basically, the NCAA is in risk of like being destroyed.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because like LeBron proposed that we come up with an idea to pretty much pay these college students to come play in like a minor league for a couple years, and then they move up, and then they can play in the NBA. Because right now they farm college students, and not everyone's LeBron James, where they can just run out and play, and when they're 18.
Yeah.
So because of that, they want to pretty much usurp what they do, what the NCAA does, and make a miniature league almost for kids, which I thought were really cool, where you would get paid and shit, where they would actually get paid. So
that'd be interesting. I mean, I think it'd be better because a lot of times these kids going to college for basketball. They're going for basketball. They don't give a shit about studies, and then that fucks up everything.
Yeah, I mean, if kids want to go for college and basketball, then you can go play for the corrupt ass colleges. That's fine. That's your choice. Yeah. But having that secondary option where if all you care about is ball, you can go do that. I think that's important. I think it's pretty cool that we're having this discussion because for so long they've been like this tyrant where they just run whatever they want to do. Like, one of the analysts compared them to, like, the cartel. They can just do whatever they want, which is an extreme point of view, but they're not too far off. But it all started because there's a bunch of stuff coming out where, like, kids were being booted because they took, like, sandwiches from coaches and shit because they can't get anything.
You can't get anything.
Anything, not dinners, not book, nothing, which is ridiculous. Considering how much money they make the colleges. Yeah. Like, literally, they make colleges billions of dollars. If you, like...
D1 schools make them so much money.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And they take advantage of these kids. And they go through all these trials and tribulations. And they get hurt. And they, they hurt their studies and all that for these people. And they don't get anything back. Like, it's pretty... I thought it was pretty interesting. Definitely something I want to bring up with Steve. And I know he likes college ball. I'm not a huge college ball fan, but I thought that was interesting. But I thought that was cool. So, while we kill time, you got anything? Other than the NCAA shit.
Not to get...
My sweet turtle shirt. Found this in my closet.
Here's something. It'll be interesting.
What we got?
This is an article from Gizmodo. Uber rider says he blacked out, rode through multiple states, and got exactly the fare you'd expect.
What the fuck? Uber is... I did Uber the first time this year, and I didn't do it. I've never done it before, and I've done it 3 times in the last couple of months. It is the most uncomfortable experience for me.
It's really weird.
It's really weird because, like, it's just you're getting into a complete stranger's car.
It's even weirder because you've only done Uber where it's you, right?
Yeah.
So there's this Lyft does rideshare.
So you just get with strangers?
You get with random strangers. When I was in DC with my brother, we'd use Uber and Lyft, and they use Lyft, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, Tom, our ride's here. He's like, we get in the car, and there's 2 other people in there. It's like, hey, just a RAV4. Hey.
Do you know these people? Like,
it's like all of us. Like he picked these people up from the exact same spot he picked us up. Doesn't matter. They've got to. They have to. If it's like kind of close to their route, they have to pick people up.
Yeah.
In a full car.
The guy. I had a conversation with one of the guys that picked me up, and they said that they had a Lyft and Uber, and if you deny it, you get bad reviews and shit.
Yeah.
So he said, because we wanted to. It was actually for Mike's wedding.
Yeah, I remember the Mike's wedding.
Yeah, we wanted to take us there and then back, and he was explaining that to us. And I thought it was funny that he was like, yeah, I can't really guarantee anything, because if someone says they want to ride, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could. Maybe it's because I have the car I have. It's not really meant to have people coming in and out of it.
If you had your
My Element.
Element would be tough too because of the doors.
Yeah.
But like that style of car.
Yeah, an SUV,
better.
like
Yeah.
where you can load people in. I mean, I get it. I mean, they have. It's just crazy to me that we're in this world where everything's like you can have jobs whenever you want. Like they have grocery pickup and shit now.
And the Grubhub.
Yeah, Grubhub, where like people just pick up your food and deliver it,
Yeah.
which I think is fantastic. Personally, I think that's the best thing ever created.
It's a really good idea.
I agree 100%. I think it's fantastic. I think it's genius. Grubhub, like I didn't know it existed until this year. It's amazing. Like, Grubhub is the most amazing. They don't have it in our area, but they have it in the cities. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
So this guy who went through multiple states, this is where the article starts. A drunk New Jersey native reportedly went out with friends in Morgantown, West Virginia last Friday. Then he called Uber to take him home. Kenny Bachman says he thought he was going back to the place he was staying during his trip near West Virginia University, except the Uber driver took Bachman home to Gloucester County, New Jersey. That 300-mile drive cost him $1,635.93.
Did he pay it?
Bachman apparently didn't leave through the whole ride in the 2011 Toyota Senna. He came to 2 hours in. I just woke up, Bachman told and I'm thinking, why the fuck am I in the car next to some random ass dude I don't even know?
See, that's fucking crazy.
I think he paid it. Yeah.
Fuck that. That's crazy. It's no, I would not. I'd fight that somehow. But I guess if he did it, I guess that's where it gets choppy. Because I remember reading when Uber first came out, there were like a ton of videos and stuff of people fighting back and like anti this and anti that. I don't know. I thought that was pretty fascinating. Another thing, why we could talk about it. Remember how last week we talked about Black Panther and how everyone really liked Killmonger?
Mm-hmm.
I have seen so many shirts that say that line, "Bury me in the sea like my ancestors," because they knew it was better to die than be bonded.
Yeah.
I don't think people, like, it's a great line, but I don't know if people understand what they're like. They're talking. Yeah, I don't think they understand like the seriousness of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's a badass line and it's like rebellious, but at the same time, like, the dude was an absolute extremist.
Yeah.
And whether he was right or wrong is not the point, because like most extremists think they're right. Like all of them do. Like no one does extreme things unless you extremely think you're right. I don't think people really take a minute to think about that. So I'm seeing this quote everywhere, and every time it makes me I guess uncomfortable would be the word, because all I can think is like, okay, like I don't know if you understand, like in his situation it made sense, like because like he was an extremist and he had everything that happened to him, right? Mm-hmm. In the story it made sense, but for me personally, I don't think some guy who believes in Wakanda believes that you can be that kind of an extremist.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Lynch.
Fashionably on time as always, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Every now and then you gotta give a Navy SEAL blowjob.
10 minutes late.
10 minutes. 15. 10's being gracious.
But we were just talking about how Killmonger, that quote that he says, where you can bury me in the sea like you did my ancestors because they knew it was better to die than be bonded.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how serious that line is, and how it's like absolute extremist view. and it shouldn't be something that people like. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Like,
Oh, is there people picking it up now?
I see it on shirts, and I see it in like paintings, and I see it in everything, and like that's cool, and it's a really like strong line, but I don't know if it's delivering the best message, because like
I mean, yeah, he was gonna blow up a lot of the parts of the world.
yeah,
so,
he was
like,
gonna murder a ton of people. Like, yes, it was a movie, and yeah, it's a cool line, but if everyone had that mentality, a lot of people would die. And I don't
a lot
think
of people.
I don't think people really. I guess that's part of it because it's a movie, but I keep seeing it everywhere, and maybe it's just because like I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable because I'm like I don't want to say it's bad because anyone with that much passion's good, I guess. But at the same time, the dude was an extremist and a terrorist, so I don't know. I thought that was. I'm seeing it too much.
I mean, if it, yeah,
I saw
can
the same
understand that.
thing when this is like way. It's the same kind of quote kind of stuff, but when Guitar Hero Rock Band came out and they put Rage Against the Machine song "Killing the Name of" on, and people's like, "Oh, I love this song! I love this song." It's like,
You're like, oh, mm-hmm.
do you even know like what the song is talking about?
Most people don't.
And it's just
Especially in
it's the
today's modern
same
age.
kind of thing. They don't know. They don't think about it. They just think it sounds awesome, so they're just like, okay, I'm gonna go with this.
Which it does. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But when you really dissect what you're saying, and I don't think people are doing that part.
No.
Like I remember hearing the line, going, "That was badass," and like afterwards, I'm like, I kind of had this feeling that people were gonna like
Jump on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because it's a badass line, but I don't think they understand who they're siding with. Like. Yes, Killmonger was a super cool character, but at the end of the day, he was going to murder babies and women and all of these people to get his people in the like ownership of the world, basically. Yeah. Okay, so that shouldn't be the goal.
Didn't he straight up say we can rebuild the world better this
Yeah.
time with the Wakandan like empire or something?
The
Like,
lines like burn it to the ground and rebuild it as our own. Like that's not what people should be gravitating to.
no, really.
That's not going to do good things for anyone. Like, that's not going to make... I understand that it's linking African Americans and people of color, like, together, and it's, like, giving them this cool, like, unity type thing. But you should, like, unify under, like, Martin Luther King more, which they do, but now our generation, they're looking at this like this is Martin Luther King, and I'm like, no, this is not.
Stop.
And I don't know, maybe that's a really controversial point of view, but for me it was just I just don't know if they're dissecting it. Like I like a lot of things that villains say. I like stuff that Ultron said, but he was a horrible person.
Well, he was a robot.
Well,
he wasn't a
true.
person.
But if I idolized him and put his horrible sayings on shirts and then sold them, I'd
Maybe robots do idolize him.
maybe.
You ever think of that?
I guess
fucking
printing
robot
presses.
racist shit.
Yeah, I hate robots.
So, now that we got that out of the way, and I'm actually here, sorry about that, the storm is shit, and people don't know how to drive in Western New York, apparently, as soon as snow starts coming down.
It's starting
I saw a car crash. I straight up saw a guy go in a ditch. It's like he wasn't even fucking trying.
already.
Like, he was just like, and now I'm in a ditch.
He
I'm
just
like,
didn't
oh,
want to go to work. That's all that was.
Probably. He was like, sorry guys, I crashed, can't make it in.
He just didn't want to go to work. That's all it was.
So, we got a decent amount of stuff to cover this week. And, where do you want to start?
Let's start with.
Do we want to start with the good or the bad?
Let's start with
The bad. I always want a crescendo.
Yeah, start with bad.
Crescendo is an orchestra, an orchestrism. So if you could get it right, that'd be awesome.
Let's start with bad now.
All right. Well, apparently Kevin Smith had a heart attack,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
near lethal heart attack. Or fatal, I should say. Lethal wouldn't apply. Yeah. No, near fatal heart attack. He is back home now.
Good.
However, yeah, that shit sucks.
We
Yeah,
need to protect Kevin Smith.
yeah, we do.
He is our comic god.
National treasure.
He is a national treasure.
No, that's Nicolas Cage.
When Stanley passes away, he's the next closest thing we have.
Yeah.
Is Kevin Smith.
What about Batfleck?
No, fuck that fleck. And who's the other one? Robert Kirkman from Walking Dead. Those are the two.
Robert Kirkman. Which one's he?
He's the one that writes the comic books for
Oh, okay,
Walking
it's the actual
Dead.
writer. Of
Yeah,
the writing
and
Dead.
then
Okay.
I can't think of the other guy. Scott Gimple, I think is the drawer, or does he just do the show? I don't know.
Gimple.
Gimple.
Oh
Yep.
Jesus.
Gimple.
You know,
Scott
no,
Gimple.
last names are the worst.
Yeah, I know.
They really are.
They just put him in a jumble and they're like, let's make a funny last name. That's all they do.
Stick Round.
Exactly.
Lynch.
Cockerham.
Cockerham.
Cockerham, that was the meanest one they've ever made.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine having a last name of Cockerham. Can you?
It's way too close to cock in hand. Like
Or
way.
cock and ham. You ever had a cock ham?
No.
Don't.
No. Is it a big
So,
penis?
No, a cock ham. We got a question. A cock ham is when you get the cock of a ham, okay, and then you fry it in batter, obviously, because why wouldn't you?
Isn't the cock of a ham a pig penis?
It's a pig penis, but it's
Deep fried.
It's deep fried, and you cook it in a way that is just tender enough, kind of like ham. You know, they got that like that nice little chew to it, yeah, like that, but with the penis.
I think I would try cock ham. I would try it.
I'd try anything once.
Yeah, I would try.
Quote me
most
on that
things.
one. I'll try any.
I don't know
once.
if I'd eat an eyeball. I don't know if
I could do it. It'd be rough, but I'd try it.
just because of the goo. Like I always read about how when you bite into an eyeball,
It's like-
it's like a gusher.
What about like a monkey brain, like in Indiana Jones?
I could eat a monkey brain, but it has to be cooked. They eat it raw. I couldn't raw any of it.
They eat it raw.
Yeah, they don't
parts
cook
of
it.
the world?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
literally like if you look at it, like it's
Yeah,
they
I saw
just
that.
shave that, or they cut open the head, and then there it is, and they eat it because they say if you cook it, you lose like all the knowledge in it or whatever.
Yeah, you don't actually. Food for thought. You can't actually absorb knowledge by eating a brain. That's not how it works.
I wish we could though, because
Other
we could then like just eat everyone's brains, like Einstein.
So we'd be zombies.
Yeah, I mean, except really smart
One of the
ones.
strongest is,
We
Oh,
like
dude,
could imagine.
Can you
if you-
imagine that? Really smart zombies? Dude,
Yeah.
we should trademark that one.
I think you ever see the show Z Nation?
Oh,
Don't, it sucks.
it's
but
a sci-fi show. That's
in
all
that-
you need to know.
in that show, some of the zombies get like super smart. And they start prostituting and they start becoming scientists. It's fucked. I watched 2 seasons of it, and then the main guy turns blue.
Wait,
he
like blue.
he sheds his skin and he turns blue, and he's the leader. He becomes like a zombie king. If you really want to do something, if you want to waste a
You're
Sunday,
actually hurting me. Like I might actually have medical conditions now because of that.
it's a bad show, man.
No shit.
If you watch it too, like the first season, like the main character, you'll be like, oh, the main character, he dies in like the 3rd episode, and they just recast a new main character. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Like dies in real life or dies in
No,
the
he dies in the show. They just kill him off. It's so bizarre.
I'm actually like physically hurting. Like physically.
let's move on.
We're definitely moving on. That was from the Kevin Smith heart attack. I'd like to just fucking shine a light on that one for a second.
Dude, we go so ham.
We inceptioned the shit out of that.
We
were in
did.
Kevin Dream's wet nightmares right there.
Keep going.
So, moving on. Wonder Woman 2, Kristen Wiig. She was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, she was also
Bridesmaids.
the voice of in Sausage Party, the hot dog.
Yes.
I love her. She's hysterical.
She was the bun, wasn't she?
Yep,
Yeah.
she was the one.
She was the one, yeah. Oh god, that movie. Ugh. She is in talks to be the villain in the next Wonder Woman movie. Since I figured we said no DC, but like this is the
Is
good.
it Cheetah?
It's Cheetah.
Is it Cheetah?
It's Cheetah.
I read that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Cheetah.
it's interesting casting. She's a great actress, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Maybe
I
she'll
guess
add some like comedy to the role, you know.
something. I mean, they need something.
I mean, Wonder Woman is like the good one.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's the only one I think that really is standing on its own feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's their gem. They have to
That's all I
protect
got.
it.
That's all I got.
They're gonna fuck it up.
Yep.
So mark our words.
They're gonna make Kristen
March
Wiig
3rd.
like Cheetah. Like they're actually gonna dress her up in the Cheetah outfit. Not even make the superhero or supervillain.
They're just gonna put like fake ears on her and just like duct tape them on with cheetah like duct tape.
Ben Affleck shows up, bangs Cheetah. They'll ruin it somehow. DC will
Just
find
turns
a
into
way.
a softcore porno, just Batfleck banging Kristen Wiig's cheetah.
They will find a way.
They will find a way. Moving on from last week, remember how we were talking a little bit about Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
Yes.
You were actually wrong on something.
Oh boy.
You said it was not part of the Evil Dead series. It actually is.
Really?
Yeah, and they just canceled the show after season 3.
Nice.
However, Bruce Campbell Soupy Campbell Bruce, he Soup Campbell? What's his last name?
I
Bruce
think,
Campbell.
Bruce Soupy. He just said that there's talks that maybe they'll do another movie of
I
Evil
think
Dead.
they've done 2, haven't they?
There was 2 Evil Deads and an Army of Darkness and then the remake of Evil Dead.
I didn't know they were all connected.
Yep, there you are.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
News.
food for thought. And Ash vs. Evil Dead apparently is connected with it too somehow. I don't know. I don't watch the show. But hey, if you watch the show,
Bummer.
that sucks, man.
That sucks.
you lost out, I guess.
Bummer.
Moving on. So, because of actually, speaking of Black Panther, I got 2 things on it this week. Other than, possibly a new terrorist organization from this line you were talking about.
Yeah.
It did so good that Disney is actually donating to the STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, something medicine. I think it's environmental.
It's probably environmental,
It has to do with
ecological.
science.
Or one of
Yeah,
the two,
it's more or less a science institution that helps people in Oakland.
That's cool.
So it's they donated some money. I think it was $1 million or something like that. So pretty cool. It helps people or youth with science aspirations.
It's cool. That's always cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. Giving back a little bit to the community. Can't beat that in the slightest. The other thing, this was the big one though. Guess what Black Panther came in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the ranking?
Like rating wise or
Profit
movie wise, profit wise. I'm gonna say number 2.
Close.
Number 3.
Number 3.
What was in front of it? Do we know?
I don't remember. I just remember looking at it and being like, "Oh."
Was
Black Panther's-
Avengers
I think
1?
Avengers 1 is number 1 if I remember, and I think Thor Ragnarok was number 2.
That's surprising.
I think I can't remember exactly, but yeah, no, it's the third highest grossing Marvel movie.
Killed it, man.
So that's very impressive.
I went and saw it again. It was pretty good.
mean-
it's good.
Just saying that alone, it's literally how many people had heard of the Black Panther before Civil War? I know I hadn't.
No, it was pretty much a hidden character.
Yeah,
Like-
and then they're like, "Oh, the Black Panther," and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, there's gonna be a movie," and everyone's like, "Whatever."
Yeah, you'd think Civil War, like he had a part in it, but it was pretty small. And then next thing you know, it comes out with 3rd highest grossing.
That's really insane when you actually think about it.
Seriously,
So, did you
that's
get a list
pretty
up?
cool.
No, he's got my job covered. I thought it was Avengers and Ragnarok, but I could be wrong.
That would make sense. Maybe I thought Guardians were up
I
there.
think they're 4.
Yeah, I know Guardians did something.
They're in the top. I know that.
It would make sense if it was Avengers because that was the culmination of the first set of superheroes.
I'm almost positive Avengers 1 is number 1.
I know they had a wicked budget though. I think Avengers was 210 mil.
It was up there. We looked it up one time on the show. I
was a
remember,
lot,
but
yeah,
It was a lot of money.
But
and then Justice League did more.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's Avengers,
Yep.
Ultron.
Oh, it's Avengers and Ultron, the first 2.
Yeah, first 2, and then Black Panther,
Oh shit.
and then Iron Man 3,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Civil War, Spider-Man, Guardians 2, Spider-Man 2,
Wait, Spider-Man: Homecoming or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, Sony.
So-
02 Spider-Man.
Oh my God, that's the Tobey Maguire one.
Oh my god.
What number is that?
That's 6.
That's amazing. I kind of love
Thor
that.
Ragnarok is 14.
Really? Wow.
Oh my god. That's all time?
That's all the Marvel movies? Oh shit.
So, wow. I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah. I thought it was too. I'm a dum-dum.
That comes out this week, or next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, it does. It comes out really soon.
I'm pumped.
My dick's a little hard.
I missed it.
I got a quarter chub going.
I want my cork.
Speaking of penises,
Mm-hmm.
total side note. It's okay. I got this. Rasputin. Do you remember who Rasputin was from history class?
I know he's the guy. I know he was in SpongeBob. The guy who turns off the light switch. That the guy?
Rasputin?
Yeah, he turns
He
off
was
the light switch.
Remember, you ever seen the movie Anastasia?
No. I never saw it. That's the one where Mickey Mouse is a wizard.
That's Fantasia.
Oh,
Holy shit.
is there another one? What's Anastasia?
Anastasia.
Anastasia, isn't that what you use to put your dog to sleep? No, never mind.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're fucking right. Yeah.
I've never even heard of Anastasia.
Anastasia. It's not a Disney movie. That's why. I think it's like a knockoff DreamWorks fourth party Chinese labor shop sweat production. Christopher Lloyd voices Rasputin. More or less, Rasputin was the a Prussian priest in Russia that helped get rid of the Tsar Nicholas.
This is a real dude?
Yeah, he's a real dude.
Oh.
And he sings a badass song in Anastasia.
Gory Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin. Anyways, after he died, he died, and his daughter was like, "I want to keep his penis," and she put his penis in a jar and pickled it,
That's
and
fucked.
it was 11-inch flaccid and 13 inches erect.
That's beyond fucked.
Why did we need to know that?
Just penises made me think of it.
Can we move past this?
Oh, we can totally move past it. It's just
Can we just move past
this is like the reading rainbow.
Good for him.
This is the reading rainbow.
Good for him.
Is it though?
It,
Is it really?
I guess it makes sense why you'd keep it.
That would be the world's most awkward blowjob. You literally have your dick so far down her throat that she's like, it's in her, it's almost touching her stomach.
It's getting burnt by your acid. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, Rasputin was packing.
Rasputin was packing a Putin. Oh, that sounded better in my head. Anyways, moving on. So now that we're off penis Putin, speaking of Marvel, guys. Yeah, great segue from that.
Let's keep going.
Return of the Silver Surfer. Apparently, they're in talks.
Stop.
No, I'm not. There's talks of returning the Silver Surfer to the big screen. I don't think it has anything to do with Fantastic Four, from what I read. It just has to have him come back, is more or less what they're thinking about.
I mean, if they do that, they can bring back a lot. They can bring back Galactus and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's an interesting dynamic with Galactus and Thanos. I mean, I was never a Silver Surfer fan. Because he's a really confusing character. And if you don't read the comics in a row, you get so confused. Like, they butchered him in Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That's why I love it, because he's such a weird character.
He's so weird. So weird. I guess that'd be cool. I'm not against it. As long as Marvel has it, I'm okay with it.
That's the thing, too. It was, apparently, from what I read, it was a thing that Fox was throwing around, and then they got bought out by Disney, and they're like, well, it's on. If they already were planning it, we might as well do something with it.
I trust them.
I trust them, too. Marvel, don't fuck up the Silver Surfer. I'm actually curious if Lawrence Fisherberg is going to voice him again, though.
It's a good question.
Yeah, because isn't he already in a DC movie, if I remember correctly? So I don't think he can jump ship like that. At least, I don't think he can. Name one actor that's been in DC and Marvel other than him.
I guess you can't.
But it was Fox
Well, no,
Marvel, so it really doesn't count.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds, but he wasn't DC, was he? Yeah, he was. Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah, shit, he was.
Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds was
I guess
in
he's
both.
the only other one.
Yeah. No, it's not DC. I don't know. I guess, yeah. There's probably a couple we're missing.
There might be, but those are the two like big ones that stand out.
Yeah.
Lawrence Iceberg and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God.
It's close. It's Berg something,
It'd
right?
be interesting.
Lawrenceburg something, right?
Fishburne.
It's Lawrenceburg, like Pennsylvania.
No, it's Lawrence.
Speaking of Pennsylvania, did you know there's a town called Intercourse, Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
I have, because I got a picture from my mother when she visited it. I'm in Intercourse. She actually has it on her bumper sticker.
Yep.
I've been in Intercourse. Or I've had Intercourse in PA. Or
Oh
whatever.
my God, that
Yeah,
is
I know. Gotta love my mom.
amazing. All right, moving on. Speaking of Marvel. Yeah, speaking of Marvel, Chris Hemsworth is in talks that perhaps they're going to reboot the Men in Black franchise. Either a reboot or a spin-off.
I'd be okay with a spin-off. I don't think it needs to be rebooted.
Same.
Did Will Smith say he'd do it again?
I don't know if we ever got confirmed. He's kind of crazy now.
I know. His Instagram is cracker. Like, it's just ridiculous.
He's kind of an insane person.
He really is.
After Earth really might have changed the man.
Yeah, no, that movie was horrible. Did you guys see it?
No.
It was so bad.
It is the worst acting I've ever seen Will Smith do.
It's so bad.
Like, literally everyone associated with that movie, I don't think has gone on to do
It was M.
anything.
Night Shyamalan, right?
Shyamalan ding dong.
Yep, that's
The rumor
pretty
is that Will Smith kind of like took it over and was like, oh, we're doing how I want to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. He seems like that kind.
So, more or less, I haven't heard anything on Will Smith. I doubt it because he's a crazy person now.
It was so good with Tommy Lee
The
Jones.
marriage with him and Tommy Lee Jones was so good.
Oh, yeah, it
So
was great.
funny. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
mean, I'd rather them reboot it with the guys from 21 Jump Street. That'd be funnier
That'd
to
be
me.
hilarious.
To have
That would
Jonah
be good.
Hill and Channing Tatum like just somehow end up being Men in Black people. I thought that was the next plan. Like they pretty much said it was, and then it just I guess fell apart.
I mean, it would be great if they did, but I mean, maybe that still could happen. I mean, Chris Hemsworth doesn't talk. Maybe he can.
I think
sway some-
Hemsworth does everything. He's in Dundee. He's Thor. He's in like Cabin in the Woods.
He was in.
He's so many weird movies.
What's that other movie? He was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
the
he's in
remake.
Ghostbusters.
He was in. What is that other movie? I can't.
He was
It's
in
not
Red Dawn. Yeah, that
no,
wasn't
that's not
bad.
the one I'm thinking of. It's the tip of my tongue, and when I get it, I'm gonna orgasm. There is no yawning.
I know.
Drink that, all of it.
No.
All of it.
Old.
No, don't stop. I said don't stop. Just keep. No. There's no.
Think of the name.
The movie he's in.
He's in 12 Strong, which is coming out.
That's
Yeah,
not
that
the
came
one.
out. That's pretty good too.
The other one. The other movie.
He's probably had
Huntsman.
No.
He's in
both of the
in
Huntsmans.
the Heart of the Sea.
Yeah,
That's
Heart
the
of
one
Sea.
I'm thinking of. Heart of the Sea. It's Moby Dick.
That was the one he did before Ragnarok. He lost like 40 pounds and then had to gain it all back.
You know who else was in that movie, Heart of the Sea?
No.
Tom Holland.
Really? Huh.
Pretty sure it was Tom Holland.
That's why they fell in love.
Wait, what?
They love each other. They take Instagram pictures all the time. All the Marvel people are like best friends with each other because they're all making so much money and having fun.
I thought so, because they
Yeah.
ate a dude in that movie. Spoilers. They eat a dude.
Isn't it about Moby Dick?
Yep, and more... ready for the quick version of it?
Yeah.
Okay. They're whale hunters. And they go after Moby... Well, they go out whaling in one of the seas. And Moby Dick shows up, and he's like, I'm gonna Moby your dick. And he dicks him off.
Moby
He dicks them off their ship and breaks it, and so they all get on boats, and then they're like, well, shit, we're like days away from land, and then they get lost at sea, and then they get separated, and then someone dies on one of their boats, and they're gonna throw him overboard, and they're like, no,
We have
that's
to eat
precious meat, and then they eat him.
him. Is he fat? They gotta eat.
No, I think he's pretty skinny, because they've been at like sea for like a few days, and then they end up on a sand barge, and they like kill birds, and like people stay there and like die.
Is it good?
Oh, it's actually very good.
I'll have to
So I
check
think
it
it was
out.
pretty well
Did
done.
not give it justice at all.
Oh, I totally give it zero justice. And they go back to the fucking island that one dude's dead.
Let's keep going here.
And at the end, they find out that there's oil in the ground. They're like, that's
What did
funny.
I say? Let's keep going
Because they're
here.
harvesting oil from Moby Dick. Anyway, so moving on. Speaking of the sea, what has the sea in it? Or what's the sea made of? What is the ocean made of?
Water.
Water and salt.
What else is a body of water when it's enclosed called?
A lake.
Hey, you got it. Lake. In Michigan, there's a lot of lakes.
Yes.
Is that it? You're just telling us there's a lot of lakes
No,
in Michigan?
I wanted to see what you would do, but no. Well, the more you know. No. So apparently, at the bottom of one of the lakes, the article I found didn't say, one of the lakes, you're going to have to double check this. There is a statue of Jason Voorhees at the bottom of a lake.
That's fucking amazing.
And the artist did it to scare, like, divers off or something.
That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine, like, going diving in a lake and then, boom, Jason
The
statue?
fear. The fear.
I would straight up shit myself.
Yeah. That is so cool.
They have to destroy that suit I was in.
That sounds like something that a video game would put in.
Yeah, you're wrong. It's in Minnesota, not in Michigan.
Yeah, it's
On
close.
one of the M's.
I was right with the meh.
Is that near Michigan? It's like next to it, right?
Yeah, it's like right next door.
Close to it,
Yeah, see? It's Lake Michigan. I
How
knew it.
cool is that, though? Yeah, that's like something you'd put in Skyrim, like you'd be exploring in
Right?
Skyrim.
And there's...
Yeah, like that. I love stuff like that. That's so
I
cool.
wonder how he got it down there.
He probably just like dropped it, and then like went down there and fixed it. Because it
That's-
doesn't fall very fast. Like yeah,
It's water.
I mean, I've dropped stuff in lakes before. It
Like
doesn't-
what?
Like stuff.
Like stuff?
Like I've dropped a phone.
Okay, a phone and a statue? Two separate things, man.
I guess that's true. Did it say what the statue is made out of? If it's like marble, it's going straight down hardcore.
He's made a dick.
That's-
Like just a billion dicks, just
That'd
like a
be
meat
funny.
fat.
Or one Rasputin penis. That's all. It would
Just
take.
Rasputin's penis is just chilling at the bottom.
That would be a good one too. That would scare me away.
Can you imagine like trying to catch fish with that thing?
With Rasputin's penis,
Yeah. Like just lure that shit.
you'd have to catch like pike or marlin, something big.
Some big
A
fucking
shark.
thing. It's a fucking tuna, Jay.
It's a fucking tuner, bro.
Oh my god.
They don't say what it's made of.
Oh, that's a damn
But,
shame.
popular spot for divers in Crosby, Minnesota.
Minnesota. I was
Very
close.
cool.
Michigan, Minnesota. Why did I remember Michigan? Oh well.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
fucking
close.
both
It's fucking
cold ass
close.
states with M's.
Exactly. It's in a lake. So if you're diving,
Go to Crosby. Go diving.
yeah, Crosby, Indiana. So anyways, moving on. You know the Netflix movie Bright? Speaking of Will Smith.
Yes.
Motherfucking Will
Yes.
Smith, right?
Yep.
Did you watch that movie or not?
I did not.
Don't. It's got like 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ugh.
I've heard nothing but bad things about
Well,
it.
it's I had a feeling. I mean, it was so bizarre.
Yeah,
and
it's super weird.
I mean, I like the actors in it. I do like I don't know if I like Will Smith because he's Will Smith or if I like Will Smith because of his movies.
I liked some
That's a
of
good
his
question.
movies. I really liked him in iRobot. I thought it
That's-
was a
that
really
was a good
iRobot
movie.
was good. I liked him in 7 Pounds. I liked him in obviously Independence Day was like his big thing.
That was like his breakout role.
Yeah, I think that was his
other than Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I liked him in Fresh Prince is what really did him, but I like him in some movies, but other movies I liked him in Hitch. Hitch was a really Hitch was a bad movie, but if you just watch it for fun, I liked it.
I think it's the only Kevin James movie I actually. I Am Legend. That's another good one.
I guess he's got more hits than we like to give him credit for,
but it's in the recent years as he's gone down.
Yes, because I feel like he's gotten It scares me because he's like close to Nick Cage level. Like he's
Nick
not
Cage syndrome. Yeah,
Nick Cage is like way ahead of him, but he's still tapering with that idea of like pretty soon they're not going to remember the hits; they're going to remember the flops.
I heard The Pursuit of Happiness was really good.
Oh yeah, it wasn't bad. It's a really depressing movie.
Depressing.
And of course, Bad Boys.
Yeah. Those two movies.
I don't know. I feel like he has more hits than Nicky Cage, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. He has more hits, but I just you're rolling the dice when you keep picking up shit stuff.
That's true.
Like that, I don't know. If I was an actor, that's why I like the Leos and the Brad Pitts
That's
and
pick and choose.
Yeah, the ones that are picky about it because then they get like when Leo signs something, it's big. Like
that's true.
And I think that's important. And I think people get caught up in like just the money and taking films. But then you lose out on like those big money films. But like the smart actors, they're picky. They're very like Robert Downey's very picky. He only does certain ones. He's not like the rest of them. Same with like Hemsworth does a lot of movies, but almost all of his are watchable.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Even Cabin in the Woods, like it was ridiculous, but it was absolutely watchable.
It's funny as shit.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think I'm worried with you too. I feel like eventually he's gonna reach that point, and everyone's gonna be like, "Is he even an actor anymore?"
Yes.
Or is he turning into the next Nick Cage? Or do you think it's gonna be Michael Fassbender first? Because he's
competing.
He's competing hard.
He's competing.
Fucking Harry Hole, man. I still can't. That will literally. Like, how did that even make it past? Like, anyone?
I don't know. That's what I don't understand either. Is like who's in charge of these? That are like, yeah, this is good. Like, how many yes men do you have to put out like Snowden? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
Harry Hole.
I just don't understand it. And I don't understand the publicist that's like, yeah, take that movie. Go from being fucking Magneto, one of the greatest villains of all time, to Assassin's Creed, which everyone knew that was never going to work. No. You can't make Assassin's Creed into a movie. It's fun because of the game. It's not fun because of the content.
I think that's another issue, too, is when people are like, oh, this game is popular, we should make a movie out of it. Think of, like, the Warcraft movie. Like, why was that needed?
No, it wasn't. And, like, same with... They keep trying to push the Halo movie. I don't need to see a Halo movie.
God. Isn't the Halo movie just... what was that one movie that was like Halo?
Oh, they put out a...
No, not District 9. It was like that, though. But, no, there's another movie that came out.
They come out with the live-action versions of it. Like little mini ones.
Yeah, that's not how come those though.
Like what was it? The Fall of Reach was pretty. No, that was a cartoon, I think.
It was a cartoon.
But they come out with some, but I don't need to know it.
I got the books
and I got the games. Just leave them alone. Like it's same with like when they tried to make the Goosebumps movie. Like fucking horrible.
They're making a second one, dude.
See, and like that's why they do it because some of them might actually get people to go to them. But, like, you're ruining the franchise.
I actually enjoyed... I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the Goosebumps movie.
Yeah, Goosebumps actually wasn't bad. That was a bad example. But, like, Tomb Raider, the one with Angelina Jolie, was abomination.
Which one? One or two?
They're making a new one.
They're making a new one, yeah. Which we're gonna see, but I really don't want to.
I don't know her name, but I like... why am I blanking on his name?
The actress?
The actor. He was in Hateful Eight. He's gonna be the new Hangman.
Oh, yes.
Walton Goggins.
Yes, Goggins.
He's a great actor. I really like him.
See, I'm gonna flip that on its head. The actress, I like her ass. She's got a nice ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm seeing the movie.
Okay.
You got my $7. Oh, soon. I think this year.
I think it's
this
soon.
year.
I like Walter Goggins too, but I don't know. I don't think you need to do it.
No.
Sometimes. Just let Sleeping Dogs lie.
Yep.
Let nerds have their video games, and unless we absolutely demand...
a movie of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell, too. The other thing, too, is you can tell when a video game is going to be good for a movie. And, like, Last of Us.
Yeah.
I think that would have made a great movie.
Absolutely.
Because you have to have the compelling story, And it can't be an open world thing like a Warcraft movie. That's just stupid. Why would you do that?
I thought that was one of the worst movies ever.
I didn't see it. I didn't want
It
to.
was so bad. Yeah, it was trash. It was so dumb.
I heard nothing but bad things about
No,
it.
it was just it was so bloated with CGI. It was just pointless.
What's another video game that would be a really good it's
Red Dead Redemption would be a good one. It's open world, but the storyline of John Marston is
right,
is
you're
something,
following a storyline.
Yeah. So if you did that,
You could do that.
but like you need a compelling
You need a compelling story, you need a compelling character,
and cast
and cast.
and a cast that's
Yeah.
committed. But you can't like Assassin's
Tomb
Creed.
Raider's actually, Tomb Raider's out March 16th.
Nice, so soon.
Wow, that's a lot. I thought it was in May. Awkward.
Yeah, no, I agree. As far as that stuff goes,
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender's because of it, he's competing against Will Smith,
And I think Prince of Persia could have been a good one too.
No.
and then you
I
cast
think it
Jake
could've.
Gyllenhaal.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal was the wrong choice to star, and I think the plot was a little shit. But because there's a bunch of Prince of Persia games, and then they chose the.
If you're gonna do it, you have to do it perfectly.
right.
Oh yeah.
Like it's so hard to make a video game movie. I think
Oh, it definitely is.
I know I would never want that
Because-
task.
Yeah.
You're following something, but you also have to add more to it to
gotta
make
make it
a
unique.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
And fit it into 2 hours to 3. Like that's hard.
that's why like they've tried the Halo movie for the last 10 years, and every time the original person that was gonna do it was like Michael Bay, and he backed out. He was like, I don't want this.
Well,
So-
just think about it from a campaign perspective, right? You're spending 6 hours on the original Halo? Is it?
yeah, it's not that long if you play through it. Yeah.
How long is it? Do you think?
Cinematics is less than an hour. The
With
actual
ci-
play
with cinematics.
6 hours
Because I
maybe
want to
six.
say that would because you got to add kind of a little bit of that backstory.
Well, no,
in
if
there.
you just were to play the game and then like right through 6 hours, but if you were to just put all the cinematics together, it maybe 35-40 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that's cinematics and like that's bloated cinematics. So it's not like you could get the whole storyline without ever playing the in between levels. That's why I think it's hard. Like
Yeah, I
I
can see
literally
that.
sat on YouTube and watched 1, 2, and 3 and 4 all in a row, and 5 all in a row, and it's an hour and 30 minutes. That's all the cinematics, and that's 5 games. That's a lot to put into a movie,
Yeah.
and then make it like watchable.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's not
wouldn't
even
want to do it.
counting- Yeah, that's
I wouldn't want to do it.
that's what, you got a lot of material. Depending on the game, you got a lot of material to cover.
And you're limited. It's not like making a
If
comic
they were
book
going to do
movie.
a Halo movie, I think they'd have to go off a story from one of the books.
Yeah,
I
like the
think that'd be
Fall
a better
Reach.
idea.
The Fall of Reach or The Ghost of Onyx.
Yeah,
or something
something-
like that.
Yeah, it
They
could
had to
have.
go off a book rather than going
Onyx
off
is a
game.
Pokemon, and
There's,
you can't rock
shut the
Pokemon
fuck up, Neil.
can't be ghosts.
You don't read the book.
Rock Pokemon can't be ghosts, Tom. Just saying. Now he's the fuck. Fuck.
He says on time.
You fuck.
You're not wrong there. So yeah, no, I don't know. It just seems weird. Anyways, back to Bright. We got horribly misread because of Will Smith. Thanks, Will Smith.
Our new Red Wall is now called Wolf.
Shit. Anyways, Bright, the movie that was on Netflix. It still is on Netflix. Wouldn't watch it. Shit. More or less, the main actor, who's the orc, is like it's the inverse of the Last Jedi.
It's Joel, isn't Joel Edgerton? Which I
think so.
like that actor.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. That makes
The
sense.
inverse of the Last Jedi. And the first thing is the first thing that I thought of in my mind was like, oh, it's good.
Yeah, no.
And he's got the-
I feel like that's a really good way to make it sound good, but
It's
once you like pull it apart, you're like, oh, it's shit.
oh, it's shit.
Makes sense.
Great.
Makes sense.
I literally read that. I'm like, so that means your movie's good because Last Jedi. I like how we like the
Now
further.
Bright too.
Oh, fuck us. Fuck you, Netflix. So I like how the further we go in with the show, the more we shit on the Last Jedi.
I know. I've noticed that too. I've noticed.
There's
that
always
too.
a little like thing once a week, if not every other week. It's all right. I think they deserve it.
No, I think so,
it's
too.
deserved. Moving on. Speaking of Brad Pitt and roles he chooses, guess who is officially signed on to a new Quentin Tarantino's newest movie?
Brad Pitt. Hopefully.
Yep, he is
Leo.
officially. So Leo's been official for a while. Brad Pitt is now official.
So we have Brad Pitt and Leo in the same movie.
Yep.
It's already amazing.
And I think
And
who's the
they've named it. They call it. They
Yep.
have a name for it.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
wow. And this is off that guy we were talking about the other related
Manson.
to the
The
Manson,
Manson thing.
family.
Yep, and I think there's another high name actor too that we're missing. I know there's those two.
I'm
we
sure
said
Samuel L. Jackson's in it
he's gonna
some
be.
way.
He's gonna be in there, even if he's not officially on the at the moment, and I'm sure
A
he'll be in
cameo.
a cameo or something.
Please hope he cameos as Jules.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh, I would.
I hate that they never did that. They were supposed to do another film where it was Jules and oh my god, how am I forgetting his name?
Right?
What's his
Vince
name?
and,
Vincent. Yeah, they were supposed to do a spin-off of that, and it just never came to
See,
be.
that would have been good.
Now it's too late. They said like, would you do it? And they both said they'd do it, but it just doesn't make sense
Yeah,
now.
they'd be old.
Yeah, because Vince dies.
He dies at the end of the
and
film.
what Jules hangs it
Well,
up. So,
technically, he might not be dead.
dude, he gets shot by a machine gun like 10 times.
Vincent is
You,
dead.
50 Cent and Tupac lived through a bunch.
Vincent is dead. Jules is still alive.
50 Cent has more bullet holes than he has albums. Did you know that?
I did not know that. He also got shot by 9mm. That's a lot different.
Just saying. 50.
I guess, I mean, if you really wanted to try, you could bring him back. If you really wanted to try, you could. But I think that's
I think it'd be
tough.
dumb. Yeah, I think he should be dead. But
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
They should have done it earlier in their careers.
Oh yeah, super. They should have done it as soon as the fucking movie had success.
But I guess that's why Tarantino's Tarantino. He never did what he was supposed to do.
That's
he kind
true.
of marched to a beat of his own drum.
And strangled bitches and
Yeah, he's
put him in crazy. Anyways, yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's the name of the movie. Brad Pitt's officially signed on. We got Leo. We can't remember the third one. I'm sure we're gonna have Samuel L. in there somewhere.
awesome.
I have a confirmation of the third one.
I thought there was a third confirmation, but whatever. There's also been a lot of rumors going around of who might be in it. So, and on the last note for movies,
This is what you thought of. He asked Margot Robbie.
yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
That's it. Yeah, that was it because we talked about her.
Yes. And obviously no confirmation on her yet,
No.
but yeah, we could see her though. So anyways, Death Wish tomorrow it comes out because today's the 1st, so tomorrow it comes out.
Yes, buddy.
And
See
it's
it.
going to be amazing. I'm already looking forward to it. So we will have a review on Death Wish, if not next week, the week after.
For sure.
Although it's technically a remake, so watch the original if you really want an accurate.
When did the original go out? Do we know?
1978, I think, if I remember correctly.
All right, yeah.
I guess that's enough time to remake a movie.
I think that's
32
acceptable. It's 40 years.
40, yeah, that's definitely, it's fine.
40 years is
That's
more
fine.
than acceptable.
That's crazy.
When you start remaking, what was the movie they remade recently that was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Green Lantern. Well, no, they never did a I don't know. A lot of.
1974.
Oh,
Death
shit.
Wish.
It's even older.
They did
Yeah.
Death Wish 2 in 1982
They made a second one?
with Charles Bronson and Jill Ireland.
Of course.
Of course. Wait, when did they make the second one?
82.
82.
They waited 8 years.
I guess so. Back then, though, it took longer to make movies.
Oh, they did a third one.
Was it in 1995? Like,
85.
It's 3 years later, so I
And
got
they
quicker.
did Death Wish versus the Face of Death.
What the
94.
fuck?
Death Wish 5.
Alright.
No, they did Death Wish 4 in 87 and Death Wish 5 in 94.
okay, you're making me lose hope for this
I know,
movie.
now I'm starting to get worried here. You're killing me.
I guess learn from your predecessor that don't do 8 movies in a row.
Don't be Saw.
Don't be. I like how there was a 6-year gap, and they're like, we can milk this shit more.
Yeah, we can milk
We
it.
can milk it real hard.
Uh,
Oh my god.
yeah, the last one was 94.
What number was it?
5.
Fuck me. Okay. Cool. Anyways, that's all I got for movie news, unless you guys got something.
Yeah, there's a big announcement that came out today.
Oh.
I thought you'd have it, but I guess if you get right down today. Infinity War got pushed sooner.
Really?
Comes out April 27th now because the Marvel people wanted it to be worldwide same day release. So instead of like releasing over here sooner, over here later, all that shit, they wanted one date, April 27th now.
So it's sooner.
Yep.
Yep.
It was
So-
May 16th,
Yeah,
I
it was.
think.
It was when.
Or was it May? Yeah, it was your birthday, May
it was
15th.
15th, and it was the same weekend of Deadpool too,
Yes,
wasn't it?
so they moved
That's
it-
probably another reason.
Yeah, I'm sure there were multiple
Because
reasons.
I mean, technically, Deadpool is owned by Marvel now.
but
so.
if I looked,
Or,
I
I'm
think
sorry, owned by Disney.
that weekend, the 27th, there was no other like big movies.
Oh, so they're also capitalizing.
They're going
on
for that record. They really,
It will break.
I think
they
they
will.
will too. I don't know if you are even a remote comic fan. If you do not see Infinity War within the first 3 days, you're out of your mind.
Let alone the simple fact that these movies have been going on forever, and this is the build. This is the build up.
This is yeah.
This is what they literally bhave been building for.
Yeah.
Since Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Since
Yes.
Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the end of Gen 1.
Yeah, well, and then we have Infinity War 2. That's the end.
this is the true beginning of
But
the end.
yeah, this is the start. Like, this is gonna shatter records.
Do you want to do some predictions on what do you think will happen right now? No news, because they've been good about keeping spoiler
They
free.
have.
By the way,
It's pretty much
which is
spoiler
awesome.
free. I think at the end of Infinity War 1, it ends with an absolute destruction.
They gotta
Of-
kill somebody.
They're gonna kill more
Oh, yeah.
than one. They're gonna
I
kill. I think Cap's dead. I think Bucky gets super fucked up. He's not dead. I think
he
that they're-
loses his other arm.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
I think he's gonna be like just destroyed.
Paraplegic.
Yeah, he's gonna be just destroyed. I think Iron Man is gonna get like put into a coma or something, not killed, but into a coma.
Coma would be a good way for Robert Downey to go out in that, though.
Well, I
Because then he
think,
can come back anytime he wants.
yeah, and then so I think coma for
Did they
Iron
kill
Man.
off War Machine?
I think War Machine's toast because I think once Iron Man's out of the picture, you don't need War Machine. Unfortunately, I think he's gonna get destroyed. He's probably gonna be one of the first ones to go.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that are safe are the second gen
So
people.
Black Panther,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Captain
I don't
Marvel's
think
not
you
in this,
see
though.
Captain Marvel at all.
She's not in this.
If you do, it'll be like at the
Yeah,
very
yeah,
end.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be at the very end.
So
I think
Ant-Man.
Guardians, they all make it because they're all signed for Guardians 3.
Yeah,
I
Guardians
think
are safe.
that Nebula gets destroyed. I think Nebula's gonna die.
Yeah,
all of the
that's.
pe-
I think she's going to be the first.
yeah,
actually.
I think Nebula's gonna be. They're all gonna lose someone super important to them because I think they're all gonna be super separate. And like I think Cap's gonna want to run things his own way, and Iron Man's gonna run things his own way. And I think Cap's death is gonna be what brings them together. And that's what Infinity War 2 is gonna be about. Is really
bringing everyone together.
yes.
I could see that.
That's my opinion.
Real quick,
I think
actually.
that Black Panther's gonna have a big part.
Oh, he will.
together,
Yeah,
too.
I think so too.
So, real
especially with
quick.
how good they did.
Yandu. Apparently, I read somewhere that there was a deleted scene with Yandu
Mm-hmm.
in Thor Ragnarok. So that would change a little bit, the timeline-wise, wouldn't it? Because they run into either Thanos or Guardians at the end of Ragnarok.
Yeah. I mean
Run
that's
into Thanos, into-
Well, they don't actually show the ship, do they?
yeah they do.
They do?
Well, they run into the ship that's supposed to be Thanos's. So I guess it's never like confirmed. But if you've watched or read the comics, it's Thanos' ship. And- excuse me. One of Thanos' ship. It's the ship you see at that when they're stealing the ships with Korg and shit. You see it there. So it's supposed to be Thanos' ship, but it's not technically confirmed. But it pretty much is.
it's Thanos.
Like none of the directors have denied it. They
Right.
all came out and said yes. At the end, we see Thanos. But I think a lot of them get super messed up. I think that scene you see where he's building his Mjolnir back.
Right.
I think that's one of the last scenes you see.
I think that's how it ends.
Yeah, I think he gets his ass whooped, and that's when he realizes I can't fight Thanos without my hammer.
Right.
And I think that's why because
Doctor Strange helps him out.
yeah, I think that it's going to be a
It's
lot
another
of
safe one, Doctor Strange.
yeah, he's safe. There's going to be a lot of ass beatings, and they're
Well,
not.
you're gonna get the stone from Doctor Strange, right?
Well, yeah,
yeah.
that's the time stone
Yeah.
Which I, by the way, think in the second one they'll use the time stone to revert some stuff back.
and bring people back, and they can recast.
And I think they're going to do something different. I think the time stone they'll use to take them cells back or something along the lines of where they'll go so far back and rewrite something that negates, kind of like Days of Future Past did almost.
Yeah, where-
it negates from Captain on.
Yeah, I mean they could. I mean that would be one way to rewrite Phase 2 or whatever.
You're right, and
It's-
start the second gen.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty much nonstop ass beating because I don't think you can have if you have them be too successful in the first one, the second one won't seem as epic. But if you leave us upset at the end of one, that should be your goal. It should not be a happy ending. One should be super sad, super powerful, and just us feeling defeated. Like I'm sure,
Yeah,
like they'll
I'd see
do
that.
something with Hulk. Hulk's gonna get his ass whooped, or he's gonna get capped. Something's gonna. All the big power players are gonna be neutralized, and then it's gonna be left to like those weak ones, which unfortunately the Caps, the Buckies, the Panthers, all of those guys that are. I mean, as cool as Panther is, he's not gonna be able to go one-on-one with
Thanos,
Thanos.
no.
Same with Cap. Same with any of them.
No.
So I think and Thanos is a tactician too. So like he's not just gonna run in there and start fist fighting people, even though you see that in the movies.
Right, it's calculated though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's calculated. He knows what he's doing when he's coming there.
And he's had this plan for how many years? So he's going to split,
Let's
divide,
see.
conquer. And you also got to think that he has all his other minions. So there's so much going on. I think it's going to be 2.5 hours of them losing every single fight. That's my opinion.
I could see that.
I think you have to do that.
I think it would be something along those lines. I actually have high hopes for it too because they did the filming at the same time,
Yeah.
and that's what they did with Lord of the Rings. It just makes it flow better. Oh,
it's
yes,
coming
it's
down?
going to shit show outside Western New York. They did that with Lord of the Rings, where they filmed all the movies in succession or together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That way, it flows better too when you're watching from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3. The other movie that actually did this, I learned the other day. Back to the Future 2 and 3. So actually, funny story about Back to the Future.
I didn't know that.
When the first Back to the Future came out, the original ending just said, I can't remember what it said, but it left it open-ended, but they were never planning on doing a sequel. The audience, the fans and everything were like, we want a sequel, and then they ended up making a sequel.
Did they do 2 and 3 because he was getting bad as far as Parkinson's goes?
No, that
No, it
wasn't
didn't
an
have anything to
issue
do
at
with
the
it?
time.
Because that would be smart if that were the case.
No,
but I guess-
that wasn't the issue at the time. They did 2 and 3 together because they said, well, fuck it, if we're going to do it 2 movies. They had enough material for 3, and they were like, fuck it, we're just going to do 3 movies. Well, they had enough material to make 2 sequels, and they were just like, fuck it.
Makes
So then
sense.
they filmed 2 and 3 together. And when you watch 2 and 3, it actually feels like a flowing movie.
That's the goal. I think it was smart to do it all at once. I mean, and plus, all of your members are there, and I'm sure they end Infinity War, the second one, very final, and then they have their other players that are signed.
Right.
But it leaves it open. There's so much you can do. Because if they re-sign, then you don't have to kill them. If they re-sign, you can do a whole other spin-offs. There's so much you can do with this.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see where it's going to go after Infinity War. It's open season, especially now that you have X-Men.
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing to
Changes,
take away.
and you can add Deadpool into it. It's just crazy
Yeah.
how much you can do. You can do those funny spin-offs with Deadpool and link him up with, Wolverine or the guy. You could do all that. You could see that dynamic between Loki, Deadpool, and you can do so much.
You get a lot.
So it's exciting, yeah. But Infinity War 1, I thought I was super pumped when I saw him pull it back, or sooner, because they're prepping for like the Titanic numbers, like Avatar numbers.
Oh, yeah. You know, it'd be really funny, by the way, if they ended up using the Time Stone, reverting time, and they end up in the X-Men universe.
That would be funny as shit. Especially if they did it a little bit, if they did it as a joke, that'd be funny. But if they actually planted them there, that'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to do it, though. Like, if you're gonna add in some of the other guys, like, that'd be a smart way to do it.
So, some connection, you know what I mean?
I hope we see some connections. I think we will, but
So, we'll see what happens there.
for sure.
I didn't know they pushed it up, though. So good
Yeah.
to know.
Cool to
The
know.
more you know. Reading Rainbow.
That's right.
I think that's copyrighted.
Probably.
Oh, fuck. All right, so video game news. We actually have a decent amount this week. So let's jump right into it. Good or bad? Good, bad, or funny, actually, I should say.
Funny.
You sure you want the funny? It's
want
really
funny.
fucking good.
Okay, bad.
Okay. The bad news this week is... I guess EA is the worst thing on this list, so we'll go with the bad news.
It always is.
Yeah, I just looked for EA. So apparently EA Play Convention 2018. Didn't know that was a thing, first off. Who knew, right?
Nope.
It's like their E3 style thing, but it's before E3. Anyways, there's going to be announcing a new Battlefield,
Nice.
and... Because I think the last one was Battlefield 1, right?
Yep.
And they're announcing a new one, and apparently they're going to have demos there to play.
I like it.
So... Look forward to that one. I couldn't find the exact timeline of EA Play, nor did I give a shit because it's EA, and I really hate EA.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, fuck them.
They're trash.
Fucking.
They come out with some good games, but mostly they're money-grubbing, non-video game
I'd
loving
say
pieces
1
of
out of
shit.
10 games they make it good.
Yes.
One
The
out
other
of 10.
one, they butchered Sims. They tried to put it on console. It's fucking horrible.
You know what's funny? The last good Sims game that was on console, I think, was like
Sims 1.
on GameCube and P.
Yep.
and
Bust. No,
Xbox.
maybe it was Sims. No, it was Sims 1 busting out or whatever.
Yeah, I think.
Play 2018, June 9th.
June 9th.
11th.
Okay, 9th through 11. Cool.
There you go.
So that weekend of the June. I think that's the first weekend of June.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, maybe second. Doesn't matter. No, they have to be the first. Anyways, first weekend of June. EA Play Convention 2018. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I'm sure there'll be new updates
Second
on that.
weekend of June.
Second weekend. Okay. I'm sure there'll be updates on that.
Yep.
Another really cool thing. You ever heard of the game A Way Out?
Well, yes, it's the first ever split screen purely co-op game.
Yep.
I saw this come out. Well, the preview to it come out like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. They've been talking about it for a long time.
It's like groundbreaking shit.
Yep, it's a prison escape game.
Yeah,
so
like
it looks really. I saw a bunch of pictures and like video. It looks pretty fucking cool.
you have to play with your partner.
You have to play with someone. You can't play alone.
Yeah, and
it's
plays,
a strictly co-op game.
What do they call it? Asynchronization. So that means like when you do something on your split screen, it affects whoever's over here, but they're completely two different storylines. So like if you want to know this person's storyline, you have to like switch spots and stuff. It's super cool.
So they're actually doing something really neat with it. I read into it a little bit. I couldn't find a lot. Well, I found a decent amount, but there's a lot I didn't write down. More or less, if you're interested in this game, you should check it out yourself.
Yeah.
Here's why. They're giving a free friend trial pass for the game. You have to be on the same console, though. So if I'm on PC, you have to be on PC. If I have Xbox One and Gold, you have to have the same.
Yep.
You obviously have to have Gold, but you can play with a friend, and as long as I have the game, you can play it with me.
That's pretty
It's a
cool.
free trial pass.
I like that.
And if you like it enough, you can buy the game. I don't know where it stops. I don't know if it's the full game 100%, or if it's like, you only give a third of the levels or a third of the game. I don't know. It's something to look into, though, because it's a great way to, have your friend who has the game, and you're like, yo, man, check this out. Here's a free friend pass. Check it out for a little bit. Play with me.
It looks pretty fucking cool, for sure.
So, I forget who the company or the guys that are making this
I thought it was Naughty Dog.
I think it is.
I thought it was Naughty Dog.
But they have a bunch of other hits. That's all I remember reading is that they...
Yeah.
It's the what?
It's EA?
Yeah, it was EA.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Nice.
But no, the actual people producing it made, like, other hits. I forget what game it was. But
Oh, the people who designed it and stuff like that.
they made other good games. So it actually looks really promising for an EA game.
Yeah, no, I've been super excited about this because I love...
Joseph Ferris.
No, read the games out. They made one game I read and, like, I
It
played
was the
that.
second video game to be directed by Joseph Ferris.
So what's the first?
What was the first one?
But I remember I
didn't-
played Army of Two and Army of Two, and that was co-op, and I really liked that.
I heard that was a pretty fun game.
That was purely for fun. Like it was just you play with your buddy.
I mean, I feel like this is the same thing, too. You escape a prison.
Yeah,
The first thing I thought it was Prison Break, by the way.
yeah, that's pretty much. It did seem that way.
I mean, that's what you're getting, though.
Yeah,
But, anyways, well, you find that. Moving on.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
That was A
you
Tale of
go.
Two Sons.
that's it.
And that was apparently a very good game. So, never played it myself. I thought I did, but didn't. Moving on. Fortnite had a patch.
Yeah,
Patch 3.0.2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, and the servers are back online. So, play the fucking game, I guess.
dude, that game was huge.
Yeah, I can't believe they're on patch 3.00.
People love that game.
Dude, people love it, idolize it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I haven't really. I gave it a shot when I was
tried it
drinking.
You were drinking?
Yeah, and it was funny to like break stuff, but I don't
I
know.
haven't tried it yet.
I didn't give it a full shot. It is literally exactly like PUBG. It's cartoon PUBG. It's just you could build forts. It's interesting, but it's like the exact same format. But PUBG, I love PUBG, so I think PUBG is just it's more my style. But
Well, speaking of PUBG, actually, do you know what... You know how PUBG it's battle free for all, obviously.
yeah,
It was based on... Do you remember the story I told you a few weeks... might have been a month ago now.
that it was like a zombie one.
It was a game in a game
Yeah,
called Arma.
that's right.
And then from there, it was made into a zombie-style game called H1Z1. Yada,
Yep.
yada, yada. Well, the actual game H1Z1 is still around.
Yeah,
You can play it and everything. Well, apparently, they're jumping on this, whole bandwagon of trying to increase their numbers, obviously, because they're obviously not doing as well as Fortnite or
PUBG.
because PUBG is, like, the main competitor. Anyways, they're doing a battle free-for-all style, similar to PUBG and Fortnite, except it's cars only.
So it's like Twisted Metal.
It's like Twisted Metal. And I think that's pretty cool.
I loved Twisted Metal when I played as a kid. I loved that game. It was stupid, but it was good.
So
I mean, it works. There's something about the format, the simplicity of it.
yeah, just
They-
driving a car and shooting.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
hit
simple.
something. They figured it out, so they might as well milk that shit until there's no more milking.
But I would like to see that kind of spark a little bit, because I think that'd be kind of cool.
For sure.
And then, obviously, I'm guessing it's the same rules as PUBG, where, closes in everything. Except you're in a car, so fuck it.
Why not, right?
Why not? Moving on, new Overwatch character.
Oh yeah. What was her name?
Bridget, except it's spelled really weird. Brigitte or something.
right.
Bridget,
Yeah. Was it this? Is this character 27?
something like that.
That's like they keep adding to it. We said on the podcast before. One thing Blizzard does is they don't give up on games.
No, they keep their shit going. They're actually making a remastered version of the old Warcraft 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that game came out in like 2000.
God, they are probably
2000, I
quietly
think.
one of the most successful companies on the planet. Because you hear about Blizzard, but it's not like EA. Like I know there's like, what are they? BlizzCon, is that what it's
BlizzCon,
called?
they have that.
They
yep.
have that, but it's like you never hear Blizzard up there with the like Bethesda's and shit. But they
make a
should
lot
be.
On the same level.
No, they
They-
make a
oh,
lot of money. They make a lot.
World of
of
Warcraft
money.
changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, before that, they were literally just RTS games.
Yeah.
So,
World of Warcraft was.
and now they're in the MOBAs. They're into that. I could consider the Overwatch a first person.
Yeah, first person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're into almost every
And they do it
Yeah.
well too. It's not like they do it.
They actually
well.
own Destiny too, by the way. I didn't.
Yeah,
know that.
I did know that. I knew that it was them and it was the same guys at Halo, but
They all own that shit together, which is I did not know that until a few weeks ago. Actually, I
telling
was
you,
like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Blizzard deserves more credit than they do in the gaming community. Because like every MMO, especially if it's open world,
They
You-
copied it.
They come from
you
Blizzard.
yeah, it's World of Warcraft was the first, for me at least,
First
maybe
successful.
besides like
MMO.
Final Fantasy 15
I mean, you could argue
or 11.
you could argue RuneScape, but that was
Yeah, RuneScape was there, but it was shit.
it's also a hardcore grind fest.
And World of Warcraft changed
Changed
everything.
the
Yeah.
MMO.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it changed it, but you could argue that technically RuneScape was the first major player.
Yeah, they didn't step up.
They didn't step their shit up.
It
No.
was first, and then World of Warcraft was like,
Yeah, man,
okay,
it's like-
Here's my dick. Suck
Yeah.
it.
yeah. And
Hold my beer.
how long have they been going? Almost 20 years or something crazy,
It's
right?
actually
Well,
I
you
think
guys started playing when 2000.
15.
Yeah, we didn't.
They're on 15 years, I think. Because I think
Jesus.
04 is when it came out. So actually, they're on 14, I think.
That's crazy. 14 years, and like I don't know what their players are at, but there's no way it's that
They don't
fun.
release player numbers anymore after the decline of their past two expansions. But
Oh.
I didn't know that either until I looked that one up for the podcast.
I don't
It
know.
came out originally in November 2004.
Yeah, so
Wow.
14 years
That's
as of
insane.
this year.
I wonder why they don't release. I'm sure the numbers are still.
They're still
spectacular.
super steady.
Now they're
People
talking
have
about-
estimated them, and it's still a super, super steady
They're
amount.
talking about doing a dedicated server for the original.
Yep, the
game.
original game, they're talking about doing it.
That's kind of
So,
cool.
we'll see where
go
that
back to
goes.
old vanilla.
Moving on. This one is actually kind of cool. If you are thinking about getting a computer or building a computer or upgrading your computer, if you buy the AMD GPU, I'm not sure which one exactly it was. You might have to double check. However, look into it because you get free Far Cry 5.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something to look into.
That game drops this month. 26,
It's
7.
So you
first
get-
one in the United States.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, I mean, something cool to look at. If you're building a computer anyways, why not get a free Far Cry 5? I know they
Cry's
did
great.
that actually with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think it was. There was a video card you could buy that you got the game free for digital purchase.
That's pretty cool. Smart.
I mean, you just gotta look for the deals every now and then. So, it's kind of cool that, but anyways.
And if you are a PC gamer, if you don't have Steam, you're not doing
Steam.
things right.
Steam.
Get that Steam.
And don't get EA fucking shit.
EA
Actually, you have
share
to.
or whatever.
You have to get it if you want to. Origins.
I tried getting Sims and I had to do that. All
Yeah,
that shit.
any EA game you have to get Origins. They pulled all their shit off Steam a few years ago because
course.
they're dicks.
Bastards.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. But hey, whatever. Moving on. That leaves the last last one thing. So this is the funny one. Remember a few weeks ago I was like, yo man, they're releasing a game called Yakuza 6 and
Yeah.
we were like, fuck it, if you liked the Yakuza games before, you got buy Yakuza 6. Well, apparently they released a demo, and I remember mentioning that the demo was coming out soon. Well, they did release the demo.
How was it?
They pulled the demo. Do you want to know why they pulled the demo?
Please, yes.
I'll give you one guess, each of you. What guess why they pulled the demo? It might not be for the reason you think.
Incredibly racist.
Oh my god! Wow.
I was going to say that, but now.
It's just like that game we were talking about, the fucking Chinese butcher shop.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that game.
It just completely fell apart. Like, the servers crashed. It was, like, awful.
See, those are both very good guesses. No, they fucked up, and apparently you could access the full game.
Oh.
It was a demo that you could access the full fucking game.
That's fine. That's a bad fuck up. Someone got fired for that. For
Oh,
sure.
100%.
There's no way you're keeping your job.
I
after
didn't
that.
see the numbers of how many demos went out, but like they pulled the demos as soon as they started figuring out like people were going past a certain spot, and they're just like, "What?"
What?
And then they probably saw people beat the game. And they're like, "What?"
That's brutal.
So they pulled all the games, and I'm pretty sure they locked it too, so you can't play it. I'm not 100% sure on that last one,
What
but
a
I know
fuck
they
up.
pulled the game,
Big.
and they had a huge apology. Like, listen, our bad.
What a fuck up.
That's a big fuck up.
Someone definitely got canned.
So
No way you kept your job.
can you imagine
No way.
that though? You're playing a game, you're like, the demo ends, and it just keeps going. You're just like,
Sweet.
sweet, I got a free fucking game.
Sweet. That's bad.
So,
That's bad.
Ah.
That's
You
good.
had one job.
Yeah, you
the
had
first
one
thing it
job.
made me think of was the whole dawn of like the beta stuff,
Oh, how bad it was.
and like this is like, I don't know. I just find it kind of funny.
When
that-
they switched to digital download games on Xbox, there were a ton of flaws with it.
Word.
Like there, you would get free games by you could preview them, but if you like did it and it was early and they fucked up, you'd get the whole game for free, and you'd be able to ride it until they took it away. But I had 5-6 games where it was like digital download now, and I'd try it.
and
I
then you
wouldn't
beat
pay
it,
for it.
and then they're like, "Oh, we took it away because you."
I
Fucking...
think that's why they switched to that free pass thing, because I think they messed up with all of those games
I mean,
on it.
that makes sense when you think about it.
That free pass thing, I love and hate it at the same time though. I just bought a game and the next week they added it. I'm like, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, that does suck.
It cost me $30.
What game?
It was like it wasn't Gears. It was Zoo Tycoon. It was on sale. And I was
Tycoon
like,
games.
oh, I want to make the zoo, and it ended up sucking. Because remember the games you played on the computer?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Yeah,
now.
it's not like it at all.
No, you're like a walking character, and you have to
Yup.
get in the car, and you have to go manually wash it. It sucked. Like it was like.
and you can't shoot people off a roller coaster. So what the fuck's the point?
No, it sucked. Like literally the
Can you
whole.
release the lions at least?
You can't do shit. No, you can't, it's like complete. You can't even hit people with your golf cart. Nothing. I played it for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, not only did this cost me money, but it's a worthless fucking game.
And it was free the next day.
Literally the next week, I
I
was
would've
like,
lost
oh,
my shit.
Oh, I was very upset.
Lost my shit.
I was very upset.
That's all I got for video game news.
Yeah, it's other than Far Cry 5 coming out,
Yep.
and then
Oh,
A
actually,
Way Out.
A Way Out's March 23rd. I forgot to mention that.
Yep, A Way Out, and then
So super soon.
I think there was another one I can't remember, but there's a bunch of games coming out this week.
Yep.
Or this month.
This month is actually
Something
we're
Mario
getting a lot.
Kart. I thought Mario Kart.
Maybe an
I'm wrong.
update for it.
Something about Mario Kart.
It's so hard to keep up with all the updates. There's every day an update for something. So, ready to jump into miscellaneous news? I got
do
good
it.
ones this week.
Let's
So,
do it.
speaking of Zoo Tycoon, glad you segued to this one. This is an old thing. This happened in 2011, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little sooner, can't remember. More or less, this guy was he was an old Vietnam vet, and he lost his shit. And for some reason, he had a zoo in his backyard, and he had lions, grizzly bears, all this shit. And he lived in a small town, right? And
How did no one know?
fuck it. So apparently, what happened was the first phone call was something along the lines of, "There's a lion in my backyard." Can you imagine? Hello, 911, what's your emergency? There is a lion in my backyard.
Peace
This is-
out. Not helping.
Dude, I would
Very funny, sir. Oh wait, now there's a tiger in my backyard. All right, we'll send a cop down. Very funny.
Dude, I would
Cop
not.
gets there. What the fuck is this? Literally Zoo Tycoon in my backyard.
What do you do?
So they ended up having to shoot these fucking animals.
Oh, my
because,
God.
well, they ended up shooting the lion and stuff, right?
That's such a travesty.
And then they go to the guy's house because they put two and two together because they got a report over here of a bear, over here of a lion. And then they're like, oh, this guy owns a fucking thing. They're like, oh, maybe his shit got loose. So they go there. Nope, dude killed himself because he just lost his shit. Old Vietnam vet. So now, not only do they have animals running around the place, but he also he killed himself, covered his body in chicken, and had lions feast on his body.
Jesus Christ.
And now they have no idea how many animals were out there. They ended up killing like 40-something animals.
Jesus.
Christ.
So what? Did he open all the cages and then do it?
I think so.
Or yeah, I mean that he had to. That had to have been the plan.
Yeah.
That's so twisted.
And they don't know if they got them all.
I don't understand how they didn't. Like there weren't reports unless the land was huge.
I think he had a big chunk of land.
Like and it was
And
out.
it's
it was,
rural,
like,
so-
enclosed. I just think that's. If I heard 2 lions roar like in the
he
same
had a
night, I'd be
tiger.
like, "Hey, there's probably animals somewhere around here." Like, I wouldn't just chalk it up to, like, someone's loud TV.
The really fucked up thing too is like, there's pictures because it's through the police department. They had to document that shit. Well, all the animals they ended up killing, they were afraid that people are gonna dig them up and take the pelts and stuff.
Oof.
So they had to put it in an unmarked mass grave.
Oh, that's so fucked up. Where was this?
It was in some of the southern states. It wasn't.
It was this country?
Yeah, it's in America.
Oh my god.
I can't remember where though. I just remember the thing that stuck with me the most
Jesus
was
Christ.
the story. I don't remember where it was. It was rural, and it was in like 2011.
It's heartbreaking.
The pictures, dude, are heartbreaking. Oh,
Because the animals didn't do anything.
yeah, and they have to put them down because there's nothing they can do.
You know, what are you going to do? Animal control at that level.
In a rural town, it takes forever.
Yeah, you'd have to call in special people from like Africa and shit that know how, and people from like Alaska. Imagine that he has all these other.
They had to get a helicopter with thermal imaging just to find some of these animals.
That's crazy, man. That's insane that he was able to do all of that.
Able to buy them, like how did he get them? Is what I
Black
want.
market, but think about how much money he must have had because there's no way buying a grizzly is cheap. There's just no way.
Buying a lion or a tiger, like
Yeah, there's just no, and not to mention not only do you have to buy them, but you have to get them into the country,
Feed
and feed them, and then
Cage
get them
them.
into your thing, all without getting caught. That's insane.
yeah, and he had like 40 something animals.
That's insane.
Like, I can't.
That's insane, man.
Owner
Obviously,
Terry Thompson.
That's his name.
Freed the animals before shooting himself.
yep.
He was dragged by the head by a big cat, biting him after his death. He was separated from his wife and has been in jail on weapons charges. Experts mourn
Weapons
the deaths
charges.
of 18 endangered Bengal tigers.
18. Jesus, that's insane, dude. That's
It's
insane.
an endangered species. How did he get 18 of them?
I don't know. That's absolutely insane. This was in 2011.
I think
Leopard
so.
was one of 3 that was saved after the bloodbath. The sheriff's deputy shot and killed 48 of the animals.
Wow, that's so heartbreaking.
48 animals. 18 of them were Bengal tigers. Like,
That's
how the
fucked.
fuck did he get tigers?
How do you get? That just blows my mind. That people can makes you think.
Oh god. Yeah, don't look at the pictures.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't look at the pictures.
Don't look at the pictures. They're just super sad.
Super sad. I'm not
Yeah.
showing them to you guys.
Don't.
Thank
I've seen
you.
them before. I got super
appreciate
sad
that.
super quickly. If you like sad things, you can watch 18 tigers die. I didn't know there were 18. I saw a picture of one of them dead. And I was like, oh, it's heartbreaking.
Just don't.
So, anyways, moving on. Let's go to a little funnier thing.
Please.
An 18-year-old and teenager in Gowa, G-O-W-A, Gowa,
Koala.
some Southeast Asia country area. He's been admitted to the hospital because he just laid his 20th egg.
What?
You heard me right. He laid his 20th egg.
How?
Well, I'm confused.
Out his butt, man.
How's he laying eggs? Is he some medical marvel?
Nope. They think that his parents are putting eggs up his ass and then taking him to the hospital. So they got him in the hospital for a while to make sure his parents aren't putting eggs in his ass.
I shouldn't laugh at this, but I'm laughing at this.
Why?
There are pictures of him laying one of the eggs. He is in excruciating pain.
How did he get him in there?
I don't know.
Like,
What, do they knock him out with anesthetic? And then they shove the eggs in his ass?
Can you imagine that? All right, time to go to sleep.
so they must knock him out because it
Must
unless
have like vents in his room where the gas comes in and knocks him the fuck out.
Like,
And
what?
then they shove the eggs up his ass.
it has to be a money. Like they want to make money or something.
To be known as the
Yeah,
kid
the
that
guy-
shit
yeah.
eggs.
Because there's no one.
Just think about
It's
it,
medically
sweetheart.
It's
You'll be known
medically
as the kid who shit
it's
eggs.
medically impossible, they've said, for a human to grow an egg in his stomach and then poop it out.
He's like
Because they're actual. They had a picture of one of the ass eggs, right? And it is literally on like a cloth, and it's just there, and it's like intact and everything. And the worst part about it, I'm reading this story, right? And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The dad goes, I don't know what's going on. I cracked one open one time, and it was all yellow on the inside. A few weeks later, I get another one out of his ass, and I crack it open, and it's all white, no yellow at all. So is he frying these fucking things up afterwards?
dude, that's so fucked up. No, either there's two things happening. One,
Parents are shoving eggs up his ass.
while he's unconscious or knocked out, or two, he's in on it, all for it, and he's pretending like he doesn't know. I think it's the second one because the amount of time and money and all of that to do this to your kid, first of all, it'd be easier.
I don't know.
But either way, this is fucked.
So he's laid 20 eggs over 2 years, which, equals out to a little over an egg a month.
I don't.
Or a little over one egg per over a month.
Dude, that's
A
fucked.
little extra a month.
That's so fucked.
So fuck.
Yeah, wait to see the pictures, man. What really got me was the one where they're holding it on the cloth and there's just the ass egg there.
That's
And
disgusting.
the other one too is when he's on the bed laying and the caption is, "Wow, 14-year-old is in excruciating pain laying egg."
Yeah, I would think.
And,
I would think.
It's so fucked up. So yeah, I thought you should know about that one because that's recent news. He laid his 20th egg,
I love that. That's the
and I
best
like how
story
they say
ever.
laying it, like
I know.
he's like on a fucking nest, like.
I love that. That's the best story I've ever heard.
So it gets better. It gets
That's amazing.
So an 11-year-old in Pennsylvania was summoned to jury duty.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Sounds like New Jersey.
No, it's Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Even
sorry.
better. That's just a miscellaneous thing. I read that and I was like, oh, someone fucked up.
Did he show up?
I don't know.
It'd be funny if
He said he's
showed up.
excited to go to jury, so I'm assuming.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine an 11-year-old like it's a murder case?
I know. He's going to see all this bloody, gory evidence. It's like, wait, kid, how old are you? Oh, I'm 11. Jesus Christ.
Sorry to play GTA.
Yeah, I play GTA. I know what it's like.
Would you kill a hooker? Cool, I kill a bunch.
That's funny.
So then we got. It's 2018, man. I ain't gonna judge. You want to be a woman and turn to a man? Go for it. You want to be a man, turn to a woman? Great.
Yes.
What gets me is when you are a transgender woman and you spend 400k euros to turn yourself into a dragon.
What?
You heard me.
I just, I think it makes me more mad that someone's accepting that money than someone is giving it. Because if you're giving it, you're obviously dedicated and you earned it. It's your money. You could burn your money. But
The
there's
person who's like, I'm gonna make you a dragon.
that man's a piece of shit because he knows damn well
He can't make her
Can't
a
make
Can't make
you a
your ass a
dragon.
dragon. No.
he can't. And
The
he's
pictures are terrifying, by the way, when you see them.
So I'm guessing they're adding scales.
There are. The one I saw is her like this. Because
Oh my
there's like. Because, dragons have claws, so she's
I've
got
seen
her
like
claws
people
going.
get tattoos to be a cat.
No, she's tattooed up. She's
Okay.
tattooed as shit.
Dude, that's 400. That's a lot.
I don't know how much euros. I can never remember the currency exchange. I'll look up the currency exchange.
It's
if you
got
look
even
up the-
400 thou. It's still got to be at least 250 grand.
Oh, here's the title of the one. Here, let me show you the ass egg. Yeah, no, ass eggs. Look at. There's the picture of him in his rectum. I like how it shows up on the. His family says the X-rays proves he's telling the truth.
the doctor sitting there going, "These parents are shoving eggs up his ass."
There's one of the ass eggs.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
There's him appears to be in pain in the video. There's a video of it.
Amazing.
And there's the ass egg picture that really bothers me. Like, look at that. They got it in like a cloth, like they're
It looks
presenting it like a fucking holy hand grenade
looks
from
like
Monty Python.
It's the egg from Jurassic Park, the one that turns. Like that's exactly what that is.
Oh, it's like they're. Yeah, that. Look at her.
Yeah. See, whoever took that money should just stop living. That's ridiculous. How much do you like dragons? Like, I really like sharks, but
Yeah, can you imagine me like going to a doctor and be like, I want you to turn me into a shark.
you know what's funny is like South Park years ago did that one where Kyle's dad turns himself into a dolphin because he can be whatever he wants
Yup.
to be.
I
That's
remember
literally
that.
what happened.
I do remember that episode.
I'm a dolphin.
God. All right,
It's,
so
€1 is $1.23.
yeah, and 40,000 euros is roughly equal to $49,000 in U.S. currency.
So,
About 50 grand.
About 50 grand.
I thought it was 400,000.
No, it's 40,000 euros.
Still, 50.
I mean, she's got a lot of work to go still.
yeah, it's a,
Got to turn into a dragon. She doesn't even have the tail yet, man.
Oh my god,
Nor the wings. Can't fly yet.
Breathe fire.
Can't be. Thank you.
that's insane.
Scales still need to go on.
So much to do, so little time.
So much to do, so little time. Get your ass moving. I want you to be the first human dragon hybrid, you piece of shit.
If you want it, you can be it.
If you want it, you can be it. Alright, so I'm going to end on a light note.
All right.
Because, well, actually, the last two are kind of light. We'll end on this one. You ever taken Uber? Or
Yes.
like any Uber-related style service? Okay.
Which Uber was it? Is it
No,
the
no,
same
We talked
story?
about Uber before you got
Oh, you
yeah.
did? Oh,
Yep, a little bit of Uber.
All right. Well, Uber. What's the other one? Lyft. There's a third one too. I can't remember.
Grubhub. They just deliver food
They just
to you.
deliver food. What's the most you've ever spent on an Uber? I can give you my
I know
amount.
where you're going with this. We might have talked about this already.
I think this is the $1,100.
1,100.
3 states.
Oh yeah, it wasn't $1,100 though.
How much was it?
It was $1,635.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We talked about this one.
You already talked about it.
Yeah, because I was talking how
Shit.
uncomfortable Ubers are.
Yeah, can you imagine that ride though?
I can't imagine getting
Blacked
that
out,
bill.
And then he wakes up.
Yeah, but
How
like
do you black out for 3 states? Isn't it
3
like
states. I think it's blacked out for like 2 hours.
it went from Jersey all the way to
No, he went from Virginia back to Jersey.
that's insane?
Virginia.
Virginia back to Jersey.
I just don't. I can't imagine blacking out that
Why
long.
not take a fucking plane?
Well, because he was drunk and he got an Uber. He thought he was going home to his buddy's place in Virginia. And he's like, "Take me home." And he must have said his address in New Jersey. So the guy's like, "All right, let's go."
That guy's the piece of shit.
Yeah, the Uber guy is a piece of shit because he was like, "Fine, fuck it," and there's no way he drove that on 1 tank of gas.
Oh, no.
So this dude stopped probably at least twice, and
Once or twice, yeah, easily.
still was like looking at the meter. This is fine. This is fine.
He knows what he's doing. As he's like blacked out, vomiting in the back seat or something.
Yeah, that Uber driver should be fired forever because that guy's a real piece of
Take
shit.
him to the fucking hospital or
Just
something. Or
something,
a fucking hotel.
What? No, like he knew what he was
so
doing.
it's about a 6-hour drive from Virginia to New Jersey.
6 hours. See, he knew what he was doing, and the Uber driver's gonna say he did it, and it's like, oh, I didn't know. It's like, dude, you picked up a drunk person. Do you really think they're gonna be like, yes? And plus, I've used Uber. When I put Uber into my phone, it tells me how much it's gonna cost me. Like it gives you a roundabout idea. Like it'll be like, oh, probably like $25. So that means it was in his phone. He looked at the thousands of dollars.
He
and
probably
was
didn't
like,
register it though.
No,
He was so
"Take me
drunk.
home."
He probably thought it was like $136 or $165 or something weird like that. I guarantee you, he didn't see the decimal point or whatever,
That's still insane.
or like he thought it was $16.
Yeah, we talked about it.
All right, well, I'm glad you guys know about it because that was one of the funniest things I read this week. Holy shit!
That's amazing.
All right, so you ready to end on a happy note? You ready to
Yes.
be happy for the week? I figured I would try to find a really happy story to end the week. Don't give me that fucking smirk. It's a happy story.
I'm ready for it.
All right. UK.
Okay.
A firefighter. He saved a very innocent life.
A baby.
A cat. He gave CPR to a cat.
Amazing.
He gave CPR to a cat that was in a house fire and saved its life. And then gave it oxygen tank.
That's so cute. I think I've seen that like
Give it a
years
little-
ago.
A little CPR.
You know how hard that must be? Because like that breaks your fucking chest.
No,
Well,
you,
I guess
you just gotta be. No, you gotta. It's just like you, a baby. You gotta use your thumbs.
Did he electrocute it or did he just
No,
thumb
just
it in?
CPR them.
So that means he blew in his mouth?
You don't do that anymore. Actually, you use a plastic thing.
Yeah, it's like a one-way valve.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
because
use
they don't
that
want
on
the
my
spread of
CPR thing.
herpes and stuff.
Yeah,
Because that's how you get herpes.
well,
In
yeah,
case
but if it's a cat, it's not like
Well,
it has anything.
well, I mean, at the same time, like
Fucking cat.
it's a fucking cat. Not everyone's like me that makes out with their cat.
I don't know. I would do that to my cat.
Oh, I would. I'd save my cat in a heartbeat.
I would save any cat though. Like not just if I knew I could CPR a cat, I'm a CPR that cat. I'd CPR any animal. I'd CPR an animal before a person.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Like seriously, like if it's a person, I'm gonna be like, yeah, what did they do? Like
Well,
what?
they choked on a French fry. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, like what put them there? But if it's an animal, I'm gonna be like, they've got a family.
They've got. You're not gonna
It's
think that.
kids.
It's got kids.
Got little kittens, man.
Got
Got brother and sister kitty cats.
Exactly. I give it a whole backstory.
So yeah, firefighter. It's the first time that a cat has been actually rescued from CPR
That's pretty
in
cool.
UK.
Was it recorded?
There's pictures of it. I don't know if it was recorded.
See, that's when you need a camera there.
Right? Where's the fucking smartphone age? Where are the cameras?
Yeah, seriously, that would be adorable.
It was adorable seeing the little cat afterwards. He was like, "Oh."
I know. My uncle gave my dog CPR because she just stopped breathing. Like we were just sitting out on the porch, and then we looked over, and she was just like laid down, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, she's not breathing. And then he ran over and like gave her CPR and breathed in her mouth, and she came back to life.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a dog though. It was a boxer. She ended up dying like a month later, but still, she extended her life.
Yeah, by a month. That's pretty good.
I guess she had like heart problems. We found out boxers have bad hearts.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so
Well, that's what happens though when you get pure. Is it purebred?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was we found it. It showed up at our door. It was an abused dog.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But boxers, like I've had 2 boxers in my life, and both have died at like the age of 5.
What's the ones that have really
heart
bad
problems.
heart problems from nostrils?
Is it pugs?
Pugs. That's the ones.
Pugs-
They're so bred in
Yeah.
inbreeding.
Yeah, the reason they look like that is because they're like mini orcs. Like
They are literally what happens.
when you make orcs.
You make
Seriously, that's what a pug is. Same with like English bulldogs. Anything with like a fucking squished face, it's not supposed to be that.
Oh
way.
yeah, no, because think about it logically. If you squish the face, you get a Voldemort nose.
Yeah.
No, Voldemort nose. Voldemort was not a nose breather. Let's be honest. He was
Not
a
at
mouth
all.
breather.
Yeah, for sure. But that's pretty cool that he saved the cat.
Yeah, so I thought we'd end on a light note. And I think that's the lightest note we could possibly save on. Or
I like
save
that.
this, or
Yeah,
end on.
it definitely is.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start trying to end on a lighter note, because
Lighter sides of life.
lighter sides of life,
We need
other
it in this
than
world.
dragon people and ass eggs.
Ass eggs was amazing though.
Ass
Sex
eggs.
was amazing.
It was amazing.
If you really are curious, just look it up. I'm sure if you type in ass egg, can we type in ass egg? I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna type ass eggs into Google and see what I get.
I'm sure there's a Pornhub for it.
No, actually, I probably should take my safe search off because it'll definitely ass eggs. Ass eggs on Google comes. Oh, yeah, no, you don't want to do that. You do not want to search ass eggs. It's a butt plug that is in the shape of an egg.
Yeah, of course. Duh. I should have called that.
Do you want to know the brand of the ass plug I got?
I do.
Falcon.
Amazing. What are you doing? I'm buying a falcon egg. Oh,
that's
cool,
really
cool.
cool,
You're gonna have
man.
a falcon? No.
No.
What?
I guess that's another form of laying eggs.
Yeah, I guess that works. It'd be better than actual eggs. I just think it's amazing he got it up
I
the
just wanna
ass
know if
without
they-
breaking.
I just want to know if they cooked the egg.
No, because if he cracked it, then it couldn't have been cooked.
Dude, it's not cracked though. Like when you see the picture,
If that's crazy.
I gotta
to
get rid
me.
of ass egg on my search though. Hang on.
I just think it's amazing that they had the balls to take it to a doctor. Because, like, doctors go to school for
Years.
almost decades. And you're going to go in there and be like, kids laying eggs, huh? Like, that's never, it's literally,
Wait, your daughter's laying eggs? No, my son. What?
Eggs? You mean like the female reproductive system? No.
Like
My
eggs.
son is laying literal chicken eggs.
Eggs.
the
So,
moment you saw it, like, I imagine, like, a 50-year-old doctor who's been seasoned
Oh,
as hell.
seen everything.
And then he's just like,
What?
what?
I picture the thing from Jackass where they put the toy car
Yeah,
in his ass.
exactly
I
what I'm
picture that
imagining.
exact thing. He's like, you have a toy car in your ass. I got really drunk last night.
And I ate it. It's like, no.
No. You don't eat this.
Yeah,
This
you-
was put in your ass.
This is clearly put in your ass. You can see the condom. Yeah, no, that I just think it's amazing that they got it up there, and amazing that he pooped it out without
20
it
of them.
breaking. That's crazy.
And 2 of them, at least 2 are recorded not breaking because they took pictures of 2 of them.
Yeah, there's no way he's 20 for 20 with no breaks.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely some shattering in it. Oh, can you imagine that?
Enjoy this conversation, guys.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to end on the light note. Cat CPR! Cat CPR!
We'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up, yeah.
I'm gonna suggest my movie of the week actually is Game Night. It came out this week.
Ooh.
It was really good.
That was it?
It was really
Wanted
good.
to see it.
It had Jason Bateman in it. It was really funny.
I wanted to see it.
It was unique. It was one of the few movies that are not fucking spin-offs. I loved it. I thought it was great. But that's my suggestion: go see Game Night.
I had a YouTube of the weekend. I can't remember what it was now.
Is it Aussie Man Reviews for the National Anthem?
That's
No,
a good
we
one.
will do that though because I can't remember
Yes.
mine.
Yeah.
So
It's
That one's
good.
really good. Aussie Man Reviews.
Ozzy Man reviews.
Yeah, you could put that pretty much every week. It's always amazing.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'll try to remember mine for next week. It had to do with the fucking frog.
Oh, we need to find that then. I'm gonna work
No, we got a YouTube of the week. Chicken.
chicken. No, you got. I know the way.
I know. Did wait.
I guess it's like a month old. I just
What
saw
is
it
that-
today.
What is that from?
It's some VR chat, and
Yeah.
it's like a bunch of Knuckles from the Sonic and Knuckles
And
thing.
it's called Ugandan Knuckles.
Yeah, and they just keep harassing people.
No, it's specifically this one lady.
Yeah, and it's like, do you know the way? And it,
Show me the way.
And the lady's like, leave me alone. It's like, do you know the way? She does not know the way. And they just keep doing it for like 45 seconds.
It's so good though.
It's the dumbest video you'll ever see.
I think my favorite part is that the knuckles are like so small.
Yeah.
They're like these mini knuckles running around.
And there's like 20 of them. And so it's like this big, it's like a princess or something running away, and it's "Do you know do it?" It's so funny. Now whenever
so
like
good.
last night, someone said it's like, "Do you know where you're going?" I'm like, "I know do it."
I know do
and
it.
then I said it once. I start popping myself, and I'm like, I love it. It's so
I think
dumb.
it's actually that meme has survived quite a while. Actually,
Do you know do it?
it's
I
still
just
going
saw it
around.
yesterday.
Yeah, it's been around for at least a month, I think.
I love that. The VR chat things are great.
Do you
It's
know
so
do it?
funny. Do you know do it? All right. So we'll wrap up. I say watch The Aussie Man and watch Game Night if you want to go see a movie
Game
while
Night's
we
good one.
wait for
If
Death
not,
Wish.
watch Death Wish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Death Wish. It's tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
So
tomorrow
yeah,
night.
Death
Which is
Wish
tomorrow.
and
I
Game
ain't seen it
Night.
though because it's gonna be a snowstorm.
Yeah, Death Wish. We'll have to wait a little bit,
Might have to do a review 2 weeks from now.
but we will go see it. But for now, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Swiss Army Nerds. Hit us up, SoundCloud, Swiss Army Nerds. If you want to listen to all of our 30 podcasts we have now.
YouTube.
YouTube, yes, YouTube, Swiss Army Nerds. We have it's going to be 6 videos up now.
Yes.
All the past ones. Like, subscribe, share.
And we are
all that
working
good
on trying to get Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Yes, we are so close. We'll have it in April when I'm not banned.
Dick inch away.
And Monday nights we have the
Swiss, yes, Sticky and Swiss Army Nerds, Sticky and Steve Sports
Yes,
Special.
right.
So that'll be here Monday. Yeah, hit us up. I mean, we've got to find a guest. We need a fucking guest. It has been like 4 weeks.
we need somebody.
Yeah, it has
All
been.
right, it's been a while. All right, we just need a guest.
But we'll get a guest. That's my goal this week is to get a guest. So, but we'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll have a ton to talk about as always.
Oh yes, and next week hopefully there won't be a goddamn snowstorm.
Preach. So, yeah, hit us up on all those Swiss Army Nerds, and let us know. We're taking off.
Play us out, Alexa.
Peace out. Bye.